I've got a slight idea, but I cannot make it clear. How to be happy though married. Yes, happy though married. Now, what is marriage? Marriage is the result of two things, love and courtship. Love. Silly, sloppy, moony, gravy-eyed love. Why, the word begins with L, and it generally ends you there. Have you ever seen a fellow sitting in the park when it's raining? Well, that's love. Then we come to the second stage of the disease, courtship. Courtship is the ambition of two people to form a friendship which develops into worship and ends up in hardship. Courtship brings on tight lacing, tight boots, and marriage brings on croup. What do you get for getting married anyhow? Look at me. 9 years married, and all I've got is an umbrella and a boil on the back of my neck. Besides, I don't think a married man lives as long as a single man. Look at my Uncle Jim. He was 100 years old when he got married, and 2 years later he died. There's no argument. The burning question is how to be happy even if you are married. There's always a way out of it. If the wife has a row with you and the door's open, walk out. If she has a row with you outside a public house, walk in. Nearly every row starts over the lodger. We haven't got a lodger. We would have, only you can't expect a fella to pay 16 and 6 a week and sleep out. No argument. The first row I had with the missus was when we were first married. She would be economical. She would insist on buying a steak for herself and a bloater for me. Well, I had so many bloaters that 3 weeks after I was married, the bones started growing out of my legs. I looked like a porcupine. Have you ever noticed the difference in the way a girl eats before and after marriage? Before marriage, you take her into a restaurant and she feeds like a canary. After marriage, she can eat a sack of potatoes, an elephant, and then has the blinking cheek to ask if there's any pudding. There's no argument. But if the piano wants shifting, there's an argument as to who's the strongest, a man or a woman. But if there's any whiskey wants shifting, there's no argument. Never all through history can I find a place where man's had the best of it. Woman's always been his undoing. Look at Samson. He slew 10,000 Philistines with the jawbone of an ass, and yet a little slip of a woman made him run and frightened him so much that he had to hide in the Tuppenny Tube station and disguise himself as a tomato. Then there was Solomon. He had 300 wives. You know, he was a perishing glutton. No wonder he wasn't happy. He was asking for it. Then there was old Lot. Now, old Lot took his wife to the Shepherd's Bush exhibition. He told her not to look round, but she did. So she got turned into a pillar of salt. Well, that was all right for old Lot. He could always go out after that and know his wife was safe at home in the cruise. What does it say in the 22nd chapter of Robinson Crusoe? There's no argument. You can always tell the difference between a married man and a single man. Look at the married man. He comes home weary and tired from a football match. His dear little wife meets him at the door with a smile, takes off his hat and coat and hangs him on the peg, drags the armchair up, pokes the fire and makes it warm for him, undoes his boots and takes them off, fetches his slippers and shoves them on, and she strokes his fevered brow. I've seen the pictures. But he wouldn't be so bad and the world would not be sad if every couple had tarried. And I've got a slight idea, but I cannot make it clear how to be happy though married.